Today, let's talk about Franklin Templeton. They have applied for a Bitcoin ETF along with a lot of others, which can and will eventually bring a lot of institutional cash into the crypto space, likely being at least one of the causes of our next run up. But I also want to connect this to their involvement with XLM and Polygon as well. So here's the announcement that the 1.5 trillion asset manager Franklin Templeton applies for a Bitcoin ETF. As we know, there's been a lot of talk in the news about ETFs. The SEC has gotten told that they essentially can't say no because of a number of things, but they are dragging their feet. I don't think anyone expects anything different, but I did make a video about the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, and I'll put that in the description below if you want more of an idea on what that entails. But I do want to at least introduce the XLM and the SDF related things here too. The funds transfer agent maintains the official record of share ownership via a proprietary blockchain integrated system that currently runs on XLM and its protocol for transaction activity. The fund is the first U.S. registered fund to use a public chain to process and record share ownership. They apparently are enthusiastic about blockchain and crypto. They have also used Polygon and Matic as well, probably just because of the more built out smart contract capability at this time, but that does run on Ethereum. It is a L2, so it is much more efficient than doing it on Ethereum, and we'll talk about the advantages and the updates that Polygon has made to make smart contracts much more efficient than they already were. So here's an article about their application. No, that's a paywall, but yes, it has a lot of them out there, so you can just find one. I did look up who all has applied for a Bitcoin ETF. So I did that one on BlackRock. We got Wisdom Tree, Valkyrie Investments, ARK Invest, which is a common name for a lot of us. Van Eck, Fidelity Wise Origin, Invesco, Galaxy, Bitwise, and Global X. Now we have Franklin Templeton as well. So the tide is really coming up for institutional investment, and once the institutions are in with all of their ties into politics as well, I believe we'll start to see a lot more push for true regulatory clarity for crypto. The institutional investment could be the start of a bull run, and the regulatory clarity can really unlock another layer of a bull run and lead to a utility crypto bull run as well, once everyone is on board that it's actually a kosher option. So now that we've talked a bit about the ETFs, let's move into the XLM stuff. So this was announced in May. Franklin Templeton's on-chain U.S. government fund is now available on the Stellar network through the app. It's the first mutual fund to use public chain technology for transactions and share ownership. Here is the announcement from April of 23. the funds. Okay, yes, I already read this, but it specifically calls out XLM and Stellar. So let's talk about Polygon a little bit. I haven't gotten into this on this channel yet, but I do own a very small amount of Matic on the Ethereum network and then on the actual Polygon network itself. I prefer to buy it on the Polygon network just because it doesn't have those crazy Ethereum gas fees. I think I bought the first one on the ETH network on accident. So, yeah, so they expanded it into Polygon as well, which it was announced like right after that one about XLM. So I thought that what was interesting, but it has expanded its on-chain US fund to the Polygon chain. The fund has been available on the Stellar chain since its launch in 2021. Yeah, it just runs through who they are, but it calls out the advantages of Polygon and how it's easier at this point in time for that to be compatible with the rest of the digital ecosystem, specifically on an Ethereum-based chain. This furthers our distribution reach through a L2 chain that has a proven track record. So there was something here. So Ethereum scaling platform Polygon continues to grow. The chain has processed over 2.35 billion total transactions so far. So it is a big deal. I do like it. It's at an interesting price point right now too, and we will talk about that. But I wanted to talk about the Polygon smart contract update as well. So, should the new proposal be approved, the most popular EVM chain will be able to upgrade its technical design faster and do it in a more democratic way. But of course, it would have some other things as well. So here's a thread I thought was good. They are presenting an approach to upgradable contracts in Polygon protocols, including a potential governance model which allows for both security and decentralization. Oh yeah, it's not in this article. It's actually over here. A need for security in L2s, as well as an ability to seamlessly move to an improved version under specific circumstances, blah, 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 blah. So basically, this is much more of a vague write-up than I was intending to provide. But from my understanding, the problem with an Ethereum-based smart contract is that it can't easily be changed without having to go in and actually change code itself. The whole purpose of a upgraded smart contract protocol makes it much easier to change and much more appealing to these organizations and institutional investments that are wanting to be more flexible and to be able to more quickly adapt to whatever they actually have happening. So I did want to, and I forgot to open a tab. So Polygon, let's see, security, because there has been some claim by our old friends at the SEC that Matic is a security. I don't think this will go far. It was included in the lawsuit against Binance, where the SEC put together a scroll of assets that they considered to be securities, and that shouldn't be on their exchange. But after the XRP ruling, I think it'll be very hard to call the actual asset itself a security. It's the investment contract portion that the SEC has been harping on, and they haven't been doing it very effectively, especially after it ends up in court. So the price of Matic has tanked. I think I first bought in at around 86 cents, 88 cents, and we're down to 51 cents. I think that there's tons of opportunity for this in the next bull run. In the last one, it peaked up at just under $3 at about $2.86 each. So with its institutional investment work as of now, and because it has already gotten adopted, it is clearly showing its value and its efficiency and its speed, all while having relatively simple and widely adopted smart contract capabilities as well. So, I mean, obviously, if it's still in a lawsuit during its next run up, it probably wouldn't go as high as it could if it wasn't tied up in a lawsuit. But as we saw in 2021 and 2022 with XRP, the price moved with the rest of the market in those bull runs, despite being in a ongoing lawsuit. So I think that we'll see a lot of expansion here and a lot of opportunity. I am really interested in the Polygon network and its technology. I don't like anything that's associated with Ethereum for a number of things, but it is an L2. It is much more fast and cost effective. So I'm all about improvements and all about efficiency, and especially when it comes to cost effectiveness. And just as a reminder, we are back at 12 cents for XLM. We were up at about 16 cents after the XRP lawsuit result, which found that it is not a security in and of itself. That pumped with XRP and XDC as well. And just as another reminder, our all-time high is about 72 cents, and we hit 69 cents in 2021. So there's already a lot of institutional adoption for each of these chains, each of these assets. I will include links to the other XLM related connection content I have made, which will show you how truly connected it is with the PayPal Mafia, with Ripple and XRP, with Stronghold, with IBM and its Hyperledger and World Wire stuff. So once again, we are showing how crypto is already being adopted, and because this technology has already been shown to be extremely effective, it's not going to not end up being adopted. It eventually will. It's just a matter of time, and we are early. I hate to say that because I hate to hear it, especially when crypto has been so low for so long now. But I'm thinking that sometime between now and mid 2024, we could see the beginning of a bull run, especially if these Bitcoin ETFs get approved. Because in my video that I will link, there are very prominent crypto analysts that think that if the BlackRock ETF alone is actually approved, then that could send Bitcoin up to 180K and bring in about 30 trillion into the crypto space overall. So basically, just multiply the current crypto market cap of about 1 trillion right now by just under 30x, and you're beginning to see the price correlations for everything that we are interested in: XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, Casper, Quant, Algo, and a lot of others. So I hope you found this interesting and that it makes you feel a little bit more confident that you are in the right spot at the right time.